texturized armadillo. So for the first part of this project, you need to find surfaces that have texture, like this cheese grater over here. Or the texture on this box, or on the rag. And this table that has some nice tiles. Take 2 crayon colors and a piece of white paper. Choose the first texture you want to use. So place your white paper on top and rub your crayon and see if you like the texture. Let's try a different texture now. I'm gonna try this rug here that has some nice stripes. And I'm just scratching, rubbing my crayon on the top of the paper. So I'm gonna try the table now. Let's see how does the tile look like. Yeah, I like that texture as well. So you can see that I'm using 2 different crayon colors, creating a pattern, purple and red. You can choose any other 2 colors you want. Let's try this box now and see how it looks like. Oh, I like this texture. That would be a nice texture for the armadillo armor. So I went outside and I found the cement in front of my house. I'm gonna try that to see how it looks like. Walk around your house and see what kind of textures you can find. For my last texture, I'm gonna use my tea thermal. It has some nice diamond pattern. I'm gonna see how it looks like. If your object is round or has some weird shape, just hold it carefully. Alright, I think I'm done with my textures, so save it on the side for later. For the next part, you're gonna need only a pencil and a piece of paper. So let's make a little curve with your finger first. Then you can use a pencil. I'm using a marker because it's easier for you to see. So let's make a little long curve, a little bit to the side, like this. And this will be our head. So create a little line on the left side. For the ear, we're gonna make a straight line and then a curved line. Then we make the other ear just like that. So let's make the top of the head. And let's do the little armor that goes on the forehead of the armadillo. Let's make a long line and zigzag for some fur in the ear. A little nose and an eye. And fill inside with black color. So now let's do the bottom of the armadillo. You're gonna do a straight line going down a little curve, and maybe it merges with the top line. You're gonna do the front paw straight, zigzag for 3 fingers, and a straight line. Now let's add a little fur on the chest. And the other leg straight, zigzag for 3 fingers, and straight again. Let's do the back legs. Same thing, straight, 3 lines, zigzag, and the other leg on the back. Let's do the tail. So I don't have a lot of space, I'm just gonna go up and down, just like that. So the armadillo has some lines in the middle of its body. So let's do some lines all the way from the top to the bottom. It's a little bit wider at the top and narrow to the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see how they are curved? 5, perhaps one more over there. So now I'm gonna do some floor, and I'm gonna do in the background, so my line is just behind the armadillo. Now take your textures and take a look which one you would like to use to color your armadillo. So I have decided I'm gonna use the box texture to colorize my armadillo first. I'm just gonna place my paper against the box and I'm gonna start rubbing the crayon across the paper just on the area that I want to use. Try to hold your paper still, but it's okay if it moves a little bit. So I decide to do the forehead and this first section of the armadillo's body. So I went ahead and I colored this first section and I added some other color on top. This will help to create some dimension to your piece. I'm gonna do this other section at the bottom of the armadillo. Purple and some blue on top. There we go. So I'm gonna use another texture for a different place of my armadillo. I think this texture is gonna look good, perhaps on the paws of my armadillo. I'm going to use two different shades of green. Doing all the paws the same texture. I'm gonna use the rag to create a dirt texture. It reminds me of dirt, the texture of the rag. I'm gonna use a darker color just to create some shade underneath the paws of the armadillo. Yeah, that looks good. So I went outside and I'm gonna use the concrete to create the background of my art piece. Just gonna use some bright yellow color and color the whole background. Remember, you can use any color you want and any texture you want. Just make sure you do every section a different texture and also a different color. It's optional to use two colors for every section. You can choose what you want to do. I decided to use some orange on top of the yellow because I like the mix of colors and how it looks. All right, for my last sections, I think I'm gonna use my thermal geometric texture. I'm gonna use some bright color in the middle. Let's see how it looks like. I also use a different shade, maybe orange on top of the red. I'm also gonna do the face and the ears with the same texture and color. Some orange on top, some orange inside of the ear, and the same texture on the tail as well. For these last details, I'm not gonna add any texture, just inside of the ear and the fur. All right, and you are done. Great job. So don't forget to sign your name. And the ear. I can't wait to see your armadillo. What's its name?